5 minutes later.
I am very excited about the Rage release because being cheated on is still kind of taking emotional toll on me.
Accidents, have consequences. As you know, with Frankie.
How dare you? The kind of shit that has niggas on the front of a fucking obituary swimming in front of the clouds.
But do not bring up Frankie.
You okay? You okay? Yeah, I'm alright.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be looking at the Real Housewives of Miami, episode 13 and 14. Y'all, Adriana, I tried to have your back on this one. And, I'm going to basically try to be non-biased and everything, but at the end of the episode, like, you really hit a no-go zone, as they say.
A no-go zone.
You really hit a no-go zone that, to be honest, is undefendable at this point, because regardless of the analogy that you tried to use, that wasn't the analogy that you should have used, especially in comparison to the situation. But I'm skipping ahead. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, won it, securing the bag.
Episode 13, the reason I skipped it was just because not that much happened. I feel like a lot of things got resolved between the girls, but it wasn't like it was like a filler episode. So I might as well just merge both these two episodes together. So what I got was the girls go to the Bahamas, but Marisol didn't go because she had COVID, quote unquote. And Julia and Adriana, they go to basically a Botanica, and they bring all the girls a gift, like a stone. And Alexia feels really weird about it. She's making faces when they got brought up, and they're just like, I don't like the fact that people are giving me stuff in the bad juju. Why is your intention on me? Like, what is the intention behind it? And at some point, I get that she's feeling weird because it is about the intention of the magic, and I believe in magic, so my whole thing is like, if it's coming from a bad place, I don't want it. But she didn't know if it was coming from a bad place or not, but they did have beef. So, at the end of the day, she could have just gracefully declined. But, Alexia and Adriana, they try to talk about the situation because Adriana feels like, Alexia and Marisol basically shunned her and pushed her away, which I feel like we all see that. It's clear. But, my whole thing with the situation is Adriana is really neglecting the friendship that she's having with Julia. She has a solid friend with Julia, but she's steady begging for a relationship with Marisol and Alexia. And at some point, you just gotta let it go. They showed you who they are the first time. Just let it go. In the middle of their conversation, Marisol popped up
With each other or something.
Hooker!
Everybody, I'm here. And to be honest, from this point of until this episode, and this is episode what, 13, 14 now, Marisol really haven't gave much throughout the whole thing besides just being a woman with cockies and being drunk. That was her whole personality, and co-signing with Alexia. So I'm happy that she brought something to the table. Even if it's at the fourth quarter, but do what you gotta do. Well, episode 14. So it's a mixed reception. Like, some girls are happy to see Marisol, some girls are just like, okay, whatever. And we get on the topic of Larsa's butt. Larsa over here gets into the pool. She's showing off her body. I feel like Larsa has a banging body, regardless if it was paid for, if it was pump, suck, plop, boom, bump, all that. I don't really care. My whole thing was like, from the side, I'm like, but from the back, but still, I love Larsa's personality on the show. There's some things about Larsa that I don't like, with the fact that she feel like I react to other people. I don't bring up stuff. Like, girl, you be dropping bombs on everyone. So come on, please. So Lisa's basically talking about Big Back Lenny, and you could definitely tell that she still loves this man after he is constantly showing her that he hates her guts. And it's funny now because she has a new man in her life. But my whole thing with it is, I want Lisa to live for herself, and instead of living for a man. Like, I pray to God, with this new relationship that she's in, live for yourself. Be who you want to be. Discover who you want to be. Because that's something that I'm telling someone in my life right now, is like, instead of living for a man and changing who you are for a man or to keep a man, figure out who you are. So at the end of the day, when you lay your head down at night, know exactly who you are and you can stand in that, right? Adriana tries to talk to Marisol about the relationship, but Marisol is really over it. And I understand Adriana in this moment because she feels very much like shunned, and her feelings are valid. You want to have a friendship with these girls, but Adriana doesn't know that, you be throwing low blows. And while she's trying to say, I'm a friend to you, I'm a friend to you, she's like, yeah,
No, I was talking to your ex.
I'm like, that's why I said with Adriana, like she has points and her feelings are valid, but then she messes it up every time because she's like, well, I saw your ex on a dating app, and they're like, well, he has your number. We saw. She's like, well, I didn't do anything, but he told me that he never loved you. But I'm a friend because I didn't sleep with him. I didn't do nothing with him. Girl, how you a friend if you're gonna tell her that the man that she fell in love with or was in love with at a point in time, never loved her? Girl. And I just feel like, I have to agree with Alexia that, on why is she bringing this up now? If it was 5 years ago, why now? It just seems very convenient. And I feel like hurt people hurt people. Adriana feels hurt, so she wants Marisol to feel that same hurt that she feels, right? Larsa and Nicole, the next day, they sit down and they actually talk.
I just want you to know that I didn't mean some of the things that I said, and I should have never repeated the. And I just want to that means a lot.
They actually, mend everything, and Larsa takes accountability. She was like, yeah, I shouldn't have said a rumor, this and the third. Nicole's like, oh my God, she hugged her. She's like, I'm so happy that she took accountability because, it really was like affecting my life. Because, this was a lie. This was a rumor. And Larsa's like,
don't regret what I said. I just wanted to move forward, apologize for, just the back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not sorry that I said it. I'm just sorry that the aftermath happened. But, I'm like, girl. So all the girls are going out to dinner, and all the girls are going to like a rage release party. And there's a spiritual healer there that's basically going to walk them through this rage release. But before that, everybody sits down and they basically are, eating, having some drinks. And Marisol addresses Julia about the stones. And she's like, I felt bad energy about it. And I threw it over the balcony. Like, I'm not going to keep something that I just feel bad about. Like, it just gave me bad energy. Julia feels like Julia basically addresses Alexia. She was like, okay, you feel like that bad energy. I get that. But I feel like you got bad information from someone because Alexia, you made a face to me. And feel like you're still harping on the situation that happened in the Keys. Alexia was like,
no, I'm different.
and Julia was just like, Alexia was making faces. Julia was just like, stop with that barracuda looking.
That barracuda look you're giving to me right now. With the iPhone in yours, barracuda look. What's a barracuda?
Larsa then brings up the conversation at the spa because, Adriana's trying to basically back up Julia. But Larsa's just like, well, y'all brought up this conversation about Alexia and Marisol, how y'all feel upset about her. And Adriana, you're trying to make it seem like you're not upset, but you're like very upset because you said that Alexia said that your life is a mystery.
You were so upset that she thinks you're mysterious, and you're like, the bitch thinks I'm mysterious.
Adriana was like, you should be better friends. And Marisol was just like, you want us to be better friends? Because she interjects it. She was like, you want us to be better friends, but you're going to tell me that my ex never loved me. We learned in the confessional, she was like, that relationship hurt me. And she was like, after finding out this man left me or cheated, whatever happened, she was like, that made me go into such a depressive state. I was anorexic, this, that, and the third. And it's very sad that it's like, I have sisters, I have brothers and everything. And it would be sad for me to see them in a relationship and they get out of that relationship and they just wither away because of this person. It's like me. I've been in a relationship before. I'm not in one now, but got my eyes on. But I would never want it to be that deep where if that person leaves, I would not know what to do with myself ever in life. I love being self-sufficient. I love taking myself on dates, doing things for myself instead of relying on someone else. But it is good to have somebody else there, to get a good sticking every now and then. But Adriana calls Larsa a liar because Larsa said, okay, but you did call Alexia a bitch, though. She's like, you liar, you snitch. But then, did y'all see when Larsa was talking about, girl, I'll beat your ass? She's like, yo, I'll beat your ass, yo.
Hey, John, I'll beat your ass right now. Yeah, what he's still doing? I'll beat your ass right now.
Okay, you getting hood on us, huh?
I'm like, girl, who you trying to be? Because you're not fighting nobody. And first of all, with them hips and that butt, girl, you don't look like you go over here just. You don't look like you about to be swinging, like doing nothing. Like, what are you talking about? Adriana starts breaking down, and she goes over to like where the healer is, and she's like, she feels like people don't really care for her, and she's like very hurt. Like you could tell that she is like hurt. And I'm just trying to figure out where's this energy coming from, because okay, yes, you're hurt, but what is the root to this hurt? I don't think it is Alexia and Marisol. I think it's very much surface level, and it's easy to get swept up in that because they're there. I feel like there's something else going on, and it's very dark. It's very dark because the way that she goes low, like we thought Larsa goes low. Adriana went low. Period. So Alexia's sitting over here talking about that's just stupidity. And like I said before, like Alexia, you always want people to feel for you when you're crying and you're doing this and that third. Like, oh my God, you know my baby. You want that, but you can never extend that to anybody else, especially someone that you're not cool with, because you over here criticize Nicole, you criticize Adriana, you criticize Gertie, Julia. Like, what are we talking about? But when it's you want people to give you that same grace, ma'am. So all the girls come over to the fire pit, and Larsa, Lisa, and Julia are basically around. They see Adriana crying, so they're surrounding her, trying to basically comfort her. Larsa's like, I never came in to comfort you like that. I was just saying, girl, you said it. So the girls go to the edge of the water, like the instructor told them to go to the edge of the water and release. And everybody thought this was a joke, but Kiki was yelling. Now, I don't know who this man that hurt Kiki, but I need to find out today. Because at this point, what did she go through? I need to know. She need to be a main cast member next season, because I need to know. This girl has been going through it this whole entire season. Okay? So, after everybody is over here, did the whole rage release. Only one person did the rage release, but Kiki and Gertie was over here playing, and they accidentally fell on Adriana's foot. And Adriana's like, oh my God, my foot, meaty foot, it's broke. I'm like, girl. It was a little love tap. It was nothing crazy, but heightened drama. They want to have this big old moment. Girl, do what you got to do. She's talking about her foot broke. Girl, your foot ain't broke. So now all the girls are looking at on her foot, and they're just like, girl, you over here exaggerating. It was an accident. Like, you're fine. She's like, no, my foot is broke. My foot is broke. And she yelling on the floor like she's over here kicking. Like, girl, calm down. But the next morning, everybody's getting ready to go down to the beach. Lisa leaves, and did the why does it seem like the head management guy was the one was helping with Lisa's bags? Why would it seem like he was flirting with her? Because she was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back to the Bahamas. I love this. He was like, yeah, I know you're gonna come back. You were shooting your shot. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. So we didn't see like this creak sound. Why was it Adriana being pushed in the wheelchair? Now, at some point, going above and beyond, cool. If your foot hurt, cool. I can see your foot being sprained and stuff, but to say your foot is broke is very much dramatic. So I'm just looking at her like, girl, at some point, you really just stop with the dramatics, girl. Now, sprain, cool. You want to be in a wheelchair? Cool. But to say broke? No, ma'am. Can't say that. So Julia and Adriana actually go to the door, but they stand outside because they hear Julia's name. They're like, oh, they're talking about us. Where is he? So Nicole was just like, so I called the front desk just to see, where they got these, these jewels and everything, and the stones and stuff. I want to know, like, what's in all this stuff. So the Botanica, quote unquote Botanica was actually a gift shop. So when they found that out, everybody's just like, oh, that seems a little bit better, but still, I don't want nothing from nobody. Marisol was like, I don't care. I don't want nothing from, because it didn't come from a good place. But, they will, Julia wheels Adriana in. Everybody's like calling BS, like, girl, you're not her. Why are you in a wheelchair? You look crazy, this and the third. But, they finally go into the boat. They're playing Adriana's song. Everybody's having a good time. They get on the beach. They're walking in the water. Kiki is topless. Girl said, I am a free spirit. I'm doing what I gotta do. I ain't mad. Adriana's on the beach and she's just like, yeah, they're in the water having fun and I'm sitting here. They don't care about me. And it's just like, girl, you want the attention and you want to be a victim. And you're like I said, your foot might be hurt. That's fine. But you have to realize the situation that you're in. Your foot is hurt. You're on the beach. Their foot is not hurt. They're on the beach. They're going to be in the water. They're going to be doing what they got to do. So ain't nobody going to sit here and babysit you, especially when Julie's right there. That's your girl. So goodbye. So after everybody comes back, Arjana's like, guys, thank you so much for supporting my music. It means a lot. Now I know it's gonna be a hit. Her song is good. I ain't gonna hold you. Alexia was like, we're not judging your music. Your music is like really good. It's the other things in your life we're judging. I'm like, girl, okay. But this is why I said Alexia, you started it. You started it at this point. And I always say you can't control, when you start the situation, you can't control how someone finishes it. In this situation, I have to go against that because she did too much. They start going back and forth, and Adriana is like, no one cares about my foot. My foot is hurting. It could have been broken so many places. And then Alexia is like, you're trying to play the victim. And she was like, it was an accident. Like, they didn't mean to do it. So, just take it like that. Adriana was like, I mean,
Accidents, have consequences. As you know, with Frankie.
there's so many things. I feel like as people on these shows, I feel like a lot of people can hold themselves to a higher regard and be very much stoic, not get up, not hit, not fight, not attack someone. Use your words to battle and this, that, and the third, right? But in this situation, if Alexia would have got up and slapped the dog out of Adriana, I wouldn't have been mad because at the end of the day, you're bringing up someone. Frankie literally was in an accident that changed the course of his whole entire life. So to use that analogy was disgusting, deplorable, and it should have never been said. Regardless if you meant it in an ill way or just using it as an analogy, it doesn't even matter. Bringing up her child in that regard should never happen. Because yes, you are right. Consequences of accidents do happen. You are right. But to try to equate Frankie's accident that was life-changing to your sprain, disgusting. And at the end of the day, I still don't rock with Alexia at all. I don't, but I'm on Alexia's side on this one. So whatever she do, free game, girl. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Throw stand, throw in the pool, feed to the shark. I can't tell you what to do because she went there. So do what you gotta do. But y'all, that was the episode. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Whose side are you on? Alexia or Adriana? That'd be funny. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video.